Hi everyone, my name is Mary and this is my first video on YouTube. Today I wanted to share my completed 2016 Project Life album. This was the first album I've ever done, and I was basically kind of just experimenting and seeing what I liked and seeing what I didn't like and kind of just making my little foray into the scrapbooking world. So here I started off with a basic gray library card pocket, basically just explaining how this was my first album and how I, didn't love every single page, but it was just fun to have everything documented and how I'm glad I did it. And this is my first intro page. I use a bunch of everyday edition cards throughout this album, so that's what these are. I use a little embellishment from the crate paper and also from Studio Calico. This is my first actual spread. I'm not a huge fan of it. I don't really like how everything came together, but it's for my boyfriend's birthday party, and I'm just kind of glad to have it documented. And I took all these pictures and stuff before I realized I was doing Project Life, so they're really not the greatest quality. Here's another one I'm not a super huge fan of just because it has a lot of reds and pinks that don't totally match, and it doesn't totally come together, and there's some kind of dark pictures in it. But yeah, I was just kind of glad to try to use things. And I use these matte enamel dots from Doodleblog all throughout the album. I do really like those. And then I love these Amy Tangerine flower stickers. I'm so obsessed with this design, and I have it like in every form possible. So here's a layout I actually do like. This is one of the kind of funky page protector that comes with the Simple Stories combination packs. And what I did with most of these layouts is put a picture on top and then used a piece of paper. And then also I did my journaling on vellum on top of a piece of lined paper and then stapled it on top. So that actually worked pretty well, and I really like how this came out, and I like the colors. Here's a really pretty sunset on Lake Pontchartrain, and I would have left this whole, but it was actually pasted somewhere else before it was in my Project Life. And again, this is just more of the everyday edition stuff. So here's another layout I'm just kind of happy to have documented. It's not the most amazing, and this is all stuff before I knew I was doing Project Life, but this is my white coat ceremony, and I used a lot of the everyday edition cards, and then I also used embellishments from the Pink Fresh Indigo Hills line, and I think these are kind of pretty. This one says celebrate every tiny victory, which is kind of perfect for this event. It's more birthday stuff, more of the everyday edition cards, and then here is another of the funky Simple Stories layouts. It has the Amy Tangerine embellishment. I have no idea where else I would use that, but we kind of had to go on a road trip to get my new puppy, so it kind of worked out here. It's another one with the Amy Tangerine clear stickers. I really like those. And just more of the puppy, more of the everyday edition. And then this is, I think, a Studio Calico, like one of the title cards that comes in the kit that has the month on it. And I just pasted the picture on top because I really like the color. So this is the first layout I actually ever did. It has my puppy's welcome party on one side with the everyday edition cards, and then I use some of the stamps from Hero Arts. This is the Clearly Kelly one, and then this is the luggage tag one. I really like both of those. I used another stamp from Studio Calico and this really pretty filler card from Studio Calico, and I love this picture of my puppy. And then here's more. This is from a vacation that we went on earlier in the fall, and it's just really simple. Here's the everyday edition cards. They do have the kind of round corner on top of the square corner. I'm definitely going to make sure I don't do that in my next album, just because I don't really like how it looks, but it's kind of, whatever here. And then here's like a receipt, just wrote Yum on it with the Hero Arts letters. Here's just more kind of the same stuff. It's the everyday edition cards. You can use them for pretty much everything. I think that's the point of the core kit. And then on this side I experimented a little. I used a lot of the Little You, the boy edition from crate paper, and the funny thing is it's meant for baby boys, but it works really well if you have a puppy too, because it says like sweet little baby, sweet little dream, or sweet dreams little one, little man cub. It all is very puppy relevant too. Tiny little you. And I really like how these pages turned out. I think I have so many pictures of my dog, and it would be ridiculous to like have them all full size in an album, but with this kind of page, it makes it so I can pretty much include all of them that I love. And then here's one for my birthday. My birthday was in the middle of the week, and so and I had a test that Friday, so it really wasn't like the most fun birthday, but I kind of tried to make it festive with the Amy Tangerine flowers, which I really, really, really love. And then this is a paper from the Oh Happy Life collection. I'm not sure which one it is, but I really like it. And then here is an Instax photo. My friend has an Instax camera, but I don't. So she gave that one to me on my birthday. And then here's more stuff. This just shows a couple of my presents, the food we ate, all that stuff. Another everyday edition card. And then this is from the first debate, another of the kind of weird layouts with the 2 4x4s. I did the journaling on top of the vellum and stapled it, and just had the title running up and down here. I do that on most of the layouts that I use this type of card. Same with this one. I love this layout a lot. This layout has a stamp from Kelly Perky, and then it has this cutout from the everyday edition. One of the cards, I just cut this out and stapled it on, and then it has this embellishment from the Currently collection from Project Life. And I love this ephemera pack so much. I bought 2 of them because I just think I'll use them all up and want them again. Here's one from when we went to Japan Fest. Pretty simple, just a couple kind of silly pictures. It was in a museum, so some of the stuff there, like these pictures aren't even really to do with the festival, but I liked them. This is when we did an escape room. I kind of just wrote about it and used, the same kind of cards. I can't remember where this pattern paper came from. And then here I did more of the little pocket pages with my dog. And I kind of was just doing an embellishment dump here. Like here's a donut and a fox, and like I really don't know where else I would have used those because I don't even like donuts. And I don't like pink that much. So this was just kind of a good place to use up some of that stuff. And then this spread is kind of my idea. I didn't even know that there was the whole Alu Edwards Day in the Life thing, but this was just my idea to just show like what a regular day looks like for me. Most of the album is kind of highlights of the fun things I did, but this is just shows, the things I see every single day, my desk, my school, my house, the fact that I wear t-shirts all the time and not white coats or whatever, and feeding my dog, and this book I use all the time, and the coffee I drink. So it's boring, but I think it'll be interesting to have in the future. And then there's just more of the puppy and friends with the puppy. And then here is when I went to a concert. The pictures weren't amazing, but I think it still turned out pretty good because I used the album cover, and I made a title, who I went to see. And this is where I first got the Kelly Perky label stamps that you can put the date on, and those are great. I think that's like one of my most essential items. Like see here, I used it to write this street name. And this is, I think, my favorite spread from the entire album. I just love the way it turned out. I love this picture of my dog on the bridge that we walk on all the time. I use this in the neighborhood stamp from the Kelly Perky. And this Amy Tangerine embellishment is used sarcastically because obviously we're not smiling in this picture. So I just thought that was kind of silly. And okay, that is where I'm going to stop this video, and then I'm going to do part 2 in the next video.